Is celebrating Christmas a bad idea for a true Bible-believing Christian? Well, if you go on social media, there are many people that claim that Christmas came from pagan holidays, and they try to discredit the celebration of Christmas as something that is wrong. There are lots of people that claim that the early church used pagan holidays and then blended Christianity into them to convert people to Christianity. But there's only one problem with this. There are just no credible historical records that records this ever happening. People just keep passing this along and spreading it like wildfire on social media. So why don't we take a look at some of these claims and take an intelligent approach to how to look at these things? I want to take a look at 4 of the most common claims I see circulating in social media. The first claim is that religious leaders in the past blended Christianity into pagan holidays as a way to convert people to Christianity and replace pagan religions. So, for example, the birthday of the ancient Iranian god Mithra was supposedly celebrated on December 25th. And people say that the Roman Emperor Constantine the Great replaced the birthday of Mithra to the birthday of Jesus when he converted to Christianity and made Christianity the official religion of Rome. The problem with this? There are no historical documents that record that ever happening. But you see, this is something that always gets circulated around, especially in social media, and no one ever provides a credible source of reference. Another claim that I see circulating on social media is that there were many gods before Jesus that were born on December 25th and that Jesus was not the only one born of a virgin. They claim that many gods like this were all born on December 25th. Again, what's the problem? There are no historical records that say that these gods were born on December 25th. However, this is something on social media websites and blogs that people keep posting. But I guarantee you that they just heard it from someone else, who heard it from someone else, who heard it from someone else, etc. If no one can provide a credible historical source of reference, then it's basically a rumor or hearsay. But now, the question follows. Well, how did we get December 25th as the day that Jesus was born? Good question. This dates back to a very old and strange Christian belief that a prophet of God would die on the same day that he was conceived. See, there was a Christian historian by the name of Sextus Julius Africanus that dates Jesus' conception to March 25th. Now, I don't know how he got that date, but that means that if Jesus was conceived on March 25th, that means he also died on March 25th. Now, if you count 9 months from March 25th, you get December 25th. And that's how we got December 25th as the day we celebrate Jesus' birth. Now listen. Whether or not Jesus was actually born on December 25th, I don't know, is not the point. The point I'm trying to make is this. December 25th was not copied from any other so-called gods or from any other religion. Here's the third thing I hear circulated a lot in social media. They claim that Jesus was not the only one born of a virgin, that there were many other ancient gods that claimed the same thing. Well, this is a classic example of how people take things out of context and totally miss the mark. Let's take, for example, the god of Mithra, because this is one I see pop up often. They say that Mithra was born of a virgin, and the first mention of Mithra goes back about 1,400 years before the birth of Christ. Well, we don't know a lot about Mithra. Not a lot has been written about Mithra. But here's an archaeological artifact that shows that Mithra was born out of a rock. fully grown as an adult, with a knife in one hand and a torch in the other. Now you tell me, does this look like a virgin birth to you? I mean, do you really believe that the prophets of the Old Testament and the gospel writers saw the birth of Mithra and said, hey, that's a great idea. Let's come up with our own virgin birth of Jesus? I don't think so. You know, unfortunately, when people make claims like this, they're not embarrassed by how stupid they look when they say things like this. They just hope that you're a stupid Christian. Now, the fourth thing I hear circulated a lot in social media is that people claim that the Bible teaches that celebrating Christmas is wrong and totally misuse Bible verses to make a point. They'll come up with scriptures like Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 1 through 4, where it says that people cut down trees and decorate them in all its vanity. And then they accuse Christians of doing the same thing when they decorate a Christmas tree. Well, here's the problem. The problem is that they stop at verse 4 just to make their point, but they don't read the rest of the chapter. It's obvious when you read verse 5 and the rest of the chapter that God is warning the people of Israel to be careful not to worship idols. I mean, when was the last time a Christmas tree looked like a scarecrow? I mean, when do you put a Christmas tree in a cucumber field? What do you need a craftsman for when decorating a tree? Well, you don't. You need a craftsman to carve out an idol from wood. You need a craftsman to mold an idol from clay. You get my point? You know, there are many other scriptures that people use to try to make their point. But here's the bottom line. People who use Bible verses to make their point don't know anything about the Bible. They're just using it. They don't study the Bible, and chances are they don't even read the Bible. Listen, the Bible is meant to be understood. It's not used to make a point. The Bible is to be lived and experienced. It's to be applied in our lives and the lives of others. So, in closing, is Christmas a pagan holiday, or does it have its origin in paganism? No. Did the Bible steal the Christmas story of Jesus' birth from other religions? Absolutely not. Does the Bible prohibit celebrating Christmas or say something like, I don't know, Christmas trees are bad? Well, you have to be a little ludicrous to believe that. Listen, is celebrating Christmas bad? No. Is celebrating Christmas good? Well, not necessarily. Basically, it all boils down to this. What does Christmas mean to you?